What's going on, family? Too Fast 18 back with another Epic 7 video. Today's video, I just want to discuss how I personally utilize my molagoras for my teams. But before we even start with that, I just want to show you guys where you can get molagoras in the game, because, people complain that, there's too many molagoras, even though they updated and reduce how many molagoras you would need to actually fully skill out your hero. Every week there's a guaranteed 3 molagoras you can get every week that resets. First off is here in the shop, transmit stones. 15 transmit stone, you can get yourself a molagora. As you can see, available 1 time a week. Next 3 days, it'll be up and ready to go again for me to purchase, right? Next place is conquest points. You do your arena enough each week as part of your daily challenges anyway. You get yourself 150 conquest points, and you get yourself a molagora seed. Molagora seed, you bring it into sanctuary. You can either summon it or let it sit for umpteen hours till it hatch, and you got yourself another molagora, right? The next place where you can pick up a molagora is in your guild. You have to be in a guild, of course, to be able to do this. You go to the member shop, 250 Brave Crest. That's all you would need. You get your Brave Crest from either doing your weekly missions right here, right? Or just aiding your teammates. Whatever they request, as long as it's not crazy. If you got spare, help them out, Teamwork make the dream work, right? So that is the 3 guaranteed that you can get each week. Now, this game, in my opinion, is pretty generous in terms of giving out molagoras. Because if you look here, let's go into battle. This is the side story for, I want to say, the month, because it's pretty big, right? If you go into the exchange right here, you will see, boom, they give molagora seed here. That's once, right? And then you go down here, they give another molagora seed, right? You just got to farm and get the currency that's needed to purchase said molagora seeds. And you go down here, I haven't even jumped into this yet and gotten it myself. You have another molagora seed. That is 3. And I believe this event updated, the side story updated each week. So there's a free molagora each week. And then as well, another way that you can get some molagora is this game loves to give out these challenges where I don't know if it's every 2 weeks or every month or so, they give out the molagora challenge. That is the free molagora. It's not hard. You can bring anything in there, defeat it, 1 stage, boom, molagora ready to go. Another place where they give molagoras, and they will always have these events, right? This one is the Flurry and Clory event. 9 times out of 10, they have molagoras down there waiting for you. As you can see, the last reward, a free molagora. Just like that. Yeah, I already know. I gotta try. All right, so there's one other place that gives molagora that's a definite, Of course, there's Abyss, but I don't even want to talk about Abyss because that's 1 time only. You know what I mean? Once you beat that, you won't be getting that again from Abyss. But is your login. Let's go here, checking rewards. Each 12-day login, as you can see, get yourself a molagora seed. 26 days, so every 2 weeks, you can get yourself a molagora seed. These are guaranteed. All you have to do is just log into the game. If you are playing, you're going to get these without even noticing sometime. So in my opinion, the game is very generous in giving out molagoras. For you Summoner War guys out there, it's the equivalent to Devilmons, right? Devilmons you can get once in arena and twice monthly from TOA hard, which is the equivalent to Abyss in this game, right? So you only get 3 unless they're giving out event as well, but they're giving out an ample amount of molagoras. Mind you, it ain't cheap in this game to enhance your heroes. Mainly because some heroes, you need the molagora goals. You need sometimes 2 or 3 of them, which is 5 plain molagoras that you transmit into it, right? So let's go into skill enhance right here. And just give an example like Deanne right here. Her skill 3. She needed what? 3 molagoras and 5 ring of glory. And then the next one after that, she needed 2 molagora golds and 2 fuse nerves. Now luckily for me, the time when she had dropped, they had a side story for her. And they gave her catalyst and of course molagoras as well. I think it might just been 1 or 2 seasons. I don't remember. It's been a while. But just like that, I was able to max out her S3, no problem. Goes for her S2 right here. She needed an ample amount, you know. To get that 1 turn cooldown, you needed 3 molagoras, 2 here, 1 there. And then for her barrier strength, you needed 5. 1 molagora go, and 3 right here. Now, in my opinion, if you're using a team, right, and you bring a certain unit damn near everywhere, for me that's Deanne, I'm gonna want to max out certain skills no matter what. And her S2 and her S3 was just without a doubt something I had to max out. See that barrier strength? Trust me, you want that thing maxed out. This helped me like flourish in abyss clearing back in the days so much easier with that barrier strength. You know, they couldn't penetrate me because I didn't have like the stats that I have now. And Deanne is the one that helps save most of my units, right? Another one, let's look at Luna. For me, I think the top priority, what you should max out is her S2, unless you already have high crit rate on her. If you have low crit rate like I do, it's like 59%, then max out her S2. Her S1 as well. Her S2 isn't a skill, it's just a passive, you know what I mean? So her S1 to me over her S3 is priority because she's doing her S1 more than her S3 in my opinion. That her S3 isn't bad or anything. I'm not trying to say that. It's just for priority for me and what I see, what I spectate my team is doing. For example, I use her in Raid, River, and everywhere. Arena, Guild War. And she's usually popping off with this S1. You know what I mean? If you have Luna, you already know. So let's go into the teams here, right? Let's see. Teams. So this is my Wyvern 11 team. As you could already see, you saw what my Deanne's skills were. That had to be maxed out her S2 and S3 top priority. So that's how I utilize. Knowing what unit I want, that I use a lot, and I know that this is something that's going to help me survive and progress through the game, I'm going to save up my molagoras and make sure she gets the priority. If I got to fuse it into molagora goes, that's what I have to do. I'll save them up just for her. It might take a week or 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. It doesn't matter. She is getting that maxed out, right? Look at my Angelica, right? She's still a 5-star. I didn't max her out completely. It's going to skill enhance, so it's a lot easier. Where you at, Angelica? Did I? Of course I passed there. Where you at, girl? Oh, there you go. All right, so her S3. For me, her S3, definitely you have to get at least to the cooldown part, right? That's a must, especially when it comes to your healers. And their S3 is the big heal. It provides immunity as well and a barrier. I definitely wanted that to have some cooldown. Next one that I had jumped into was her 10% healing. Since I use Rod of Amaryllis on her, I want to make sure that, you know, I'm getting like 4,000 for AoE heal. You know what I mean? Because she comes in clutch. She's my main healer. Deanne has Rod, but she's not a main healer. You know what I mean? She heals like one person at a time. This is an AoE that Angelica's doing. Now, am I going to max her out? Probably not, unless I need to. But I already prioritized what I had needed from her. I didn't even jump into her S2 or anything like that, which probably can to help me out. in the future, but for now, her S3 is what's doing it for me. I burn this bad boy, make it a 2-turn cooldown. I mean, to extend the duration of it to make it 4 turns immunity and whatnot. That's doing it for me right then and there, right? All right, so let's go back into the teams. See who else we got on that team. We got Taran, our guard. Now, Taran, our guard, you know, he's a 3-star. He's a very good unit, but for me, I didn't really need him to, you know, like have his S3 up or anything like that. It was mainly his S1, you know, to get the effect chance for that decrease in defense by 60%. I could go down more to get it to like 75%, but he does the job for me. I rock a good amount of effectiveness on him, and he's doing his job, so he's not getting any more molagoras. His S2, you know, honestly, I didn't know, so I tried it out, and I was putting them into it, and he procs some with it, and yeah, increased my combat readiness, but at the same time, I don't need to depend on that to clear Wyvern 11. So he's not getting any more molagoras at all. Kind of wish I could take it out, but it is what it is right now. S3, like I said, he doesn't even have on his his skill to use his S3. He's just doing S1 and his S2 passive when it procs. That's how I prioritize them. That's why I put molagoras into those two only. Mind you, if you're a Taran Argyle lover and stuff like that, because people hate on him, then do you? I mean, you can max out all that stuff if you want, but not me, boy. Not me at all. All right, let's talk about somebody else, like Haste, for example. Haste, you know, as you can see, I just got down to his 1-turn cooldown. You know, that's how I went about utilizing the molagoras on him and his S2. His S2, I got that 15% healing. At the time, I just wanted him to help me clear Wyvern 10, like consistently. You know, with that Vampiric Touch and the bleeding, the unhealed that he puts, it was 2 debuffs in 1. So, and I was also looking out for that heal because I wasn't trying to bring a main healer in my Wyvern team. You know, he would be like a DPS plus support when he does his S2. So that's why I went for the 15% healing, just to make sure that I can sustain out there, right? Who else? Another example, great example, Shuri. Shuri is a combat readiness increaser, right? So the first thing I did when I knew they were nerfing Tierra and stuff like that was start dumping molagoras into him, because I knew he was going to be the next person that I was going to 6-star and have up and ready in my teams, right? So he needed Molagora Go by the time you get to 4 and things like that, Twisted Fang, so I make sure I farm those catalysts. And by the time you get to the last one, he needed, what, 2 Blaze Souls, 2 Molagora Goes, right? So I make sure I save up each week, and I'm going to show you guys as well where you go to actually fuse your 5 Molagoras into a Molagora Go. And then I farmed the Blazing Steel Catalyst. Easy as that. I should do his S3 to 1-turn cooldown, but, you know, it hasn't been as detrimental yet for me to dump those Molagoras into him, because I have other units that also need help. You know what I'm saying? All right, so one more example, Falcon O'Clory. I use her a lot, you know. I make sure that her S3 was maxed out so I can have that 100% dispel chance, 100% to land the defense, the decrease in defense, and that provoke, you know. First, you only need, what, 1 Molagora. Then to get that cooldown, you need 3. And then last one, you need 1 Molagora Go, 5 Path Loop Powers, right? Easy, you know. Then next one, in my opinion, that's really great on her was the healing, because she's a great support utility unit. That AoE heal, it's not a lot, but it comes in handy. Definitely. Especially when she procs from her S1. Since she's specially changed, she can violent proc and shit like that. That's AoE heal each time. So I made sure I maxed that out. So, all right, let's show you where I go to fuse my 5 molagoras into a molagora go, right? So where we at? Go into adventure, go here to Savara, and we're gonna hit up the troll merchant right here. 3-4, yada yada. You don't even fight here. You know, this is on normal too. It's not gonna happen in hell. Just normal. So we go here and we go up north. And you're gonna see this guy. This guy's a troll, man. Like, honestly, but he sell good stuff. He got that good stuff for sale. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. Right down here at the bottom, as you can see, it shows that you need 5 molagoras just to fuse to make 1 molagora goes. This is, I think it's every day. I'm not 100% sure. If it's not every day, it's definitely weekly that you can do this, right? He sells other good things as well. Sometimes he'll even sell a molagora. Which reminds me, oh my God, I'm bugging. I gotta show you guys something, man. Another place where you can actually buy molagora as well. Just like him, it's a merchant, right? So yield here, so it won't cost you anything. And where is it? Where are you? All right, so battle, right? We're going to battle. We're going to raid. First one, I always go zone 1. Because that's what I remember. And we're going to jump over here to the top. And then we're going to come down to the west. Put this on auto. And you're just going to have one battle. It's some low level guys, you know, from way back when we first started the game, level 9 and shit. So defeat them and we just keep strolling. And then we get down here. You remember this guy? Hoochie? Woohoo! Let me tell you something. Hoochie, every day he replenishes shops. There's times where this man has molagoras in there. Well, 1 molagora. And you can buy it. You know how much it costs? 187. 187,000. 187. Right or die. See? Just like that, man. This guy looks out for you. So check him every day because he replenishes his stock every single day. Now, you probably think, oh, well, you know, that's a waste of a compass. Nah, not at all. Once you're done, you yield. Doesn't cost you a thing. So there's many places in this game where you can get molagoras so that you can transmit into molagora go to max out your heroes, you know? And the way you want to go about maxing out your heroes is your team synergy, right? What teams you utilize, what are you focusing on at the point, right? At one point for me, I was a Wyvern dude, you know. I was obsessed with Wyvern 10 at least. And I don't even have a Wyvern 10 team anymore because I do Wyvern 11. This is my Wyvern 11 team. So I couldn't even show you a Wyvern 10 team that I worked hard for, but it was Ken. Basically, it was this team right here. Let me just put Ken on it. Boom. Wait, Nair. There we go. Wait, no. What? Add Ken, bro. So this was my Wyvern 11 team. Ken was the front line. Deanne, Luna. Well, before Luna, it was Haste, and then I have Shuri. As you can see with my Haste, he has his he's molagored efficiently to where he's good. You know, he puts them debuffs down. He has 3 turns. And he also puts bleed from his S3. That's why I put the cooldown. I max it. Well, I didn't max out, but I put in Molagora till I got to the 1 turn cooldown, right? So it's just, 4 turns now. Ken, I made sure I didn't even show him, but I did his S3 only just to get that 1 turn cooldown. This is a 3 turn. There's no cooldown for it, so I didn't really care for it. You know what I mean? And it's not going to be doing like a stupid amount of damage that I need to Molagora the stuff. I thought about Molagoring this stuff for the fighting spirit, but he does his job. Matter of fact, I don't even use him like that no more because of Wyvern 11. You know, it's like, damn, I built these units. Wyvern 10 and Wyvern 11 done took over my life and shit, boy. But that's basically it, man. This is how I utilize my Molagoras on certain units, depending on how I use them. I don't just pull a unit and just start throwing shit into him unless I know I can build that unit, that hero, and he's gonna be up and ready in at least the week or the coming week. You know what I mean? If it's gonna take me like a month, I ain't just dropping my molagora. I'm saving them bitches, man. Let me show you another tip as well, real quick. Right? Look at this. Right? I have phantasmas that are ready to 6-star for like 3 weeks now. You know what I'm saying? For like 3 weeks, I have shit ready, resources ready to 6-star. But until I gear my unit fully, for example, my next 6-star candidates are either gonna be where's she at? Where's she at? Bloodblade Karen, Watcher Shuri, but he's not even finished building. I don't even know what I'm doing with him. Or Bologna. Bologna is probably gonna be finished real soon, but whoever I gear fully first is who I'm gonna be 6-star. So I save my resources, just like my molagora. I save them. She doesn't have any molagoras, right? So if she gets it, she get the molagora. If she gets 6-star, she get the molagoras. If BB Karen gets 6-star, she get the molagoras, because these are each candidate that I can utilize immediately. She's gonna be Guild War, probably raid, all that. BB Karen, she's gonna be arena, Guild War. Watcher Shuri, he's gonna be arena, Guild War. Shit I can utilize, so I'm gonna invest my molagoras into them. So that's just the tips that I want to give you guys on how to utilize your molagoras, man. Don't just go all willy-nilly throwing your shit out there. Save them up. There's nothing wrong with saving. It ain't gonna burn you just to save molagoras. You're gonna regret putting shit onto units that you're not using till maybe months later because you couldn't build them. Focus. Focus. Alright guys, well that's the video for today. Like, comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions or any questions with builds for any units or need advice on anything, leave in the comments down below. Let me know. Alright, take care.